against Bitcoin.
It's going up forever, Warren.
You're against Bitcoin, you're against freedom.
Yo, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Simply Bitcoin, the #1 daily live Bitcoin show on YouTube, Twitter, and Rumble. We are on Twitch, but there's only one guy that hangs out with us on Twitch. So go follow us on everything. We cover breaking news, culture, and mimetic warfare. We bring on Bitcoiners from all around the world, from the biggest names to the everyday Bitcoiner, and we will be your guide through the separation of money and state. And are we not in the thick of it? We are seeing the Bitcoin game theory play out in real time. The price is getting frothy out there. We're seeing new developments on Wall Street. It seems like Bitcoin maybe got its first Wall Street CEO fired after denying customers a Spot Bitcoin ETF. You know, aka the metaphorical Bitcoin sacrifice meme has been activated. It's just this time around, it wasn't a Bitcoin influencer. It was a Wall Street CEO. Let's go. We are in a new Bitcoin paradigm. And then, of course, on the news today, we have Wells Fargo and Merrill Lynch bending the knee to a Spot Bitcoin ETF. We have a Wall Street analyst and Reuters making bullish price predictions. We have, maybe some signal coming from Caitlin Long saying that over-the-counter markets are running dry. They are running thin. So what's going to happen when these Wall Street institutions have to buy Bitcoin on the spot market? It's going to get crazy. And not only that, yesterday we saw some bank uncertainties. We saw one of the bank stocks get absolutely nuked after hours, got absolutely nuked in the morning. And that's all just to say, you might be wanting to get some Bitcoin because it's going to get crazy. But we're not just here for number go up. A clip of RFK Jr. is making the round. It's going viral, explaining why freedom to transact is such an important issue, and protecting your purchasing power is the defining issue. The freedom to transact is a freedom of speech issue. And here we are. This is why we do what we do. Number go up is great, but what we're doing here is protecting ourselves from the madness of the fiat world. So, man, it's going to be a wild 18 months. And we're only in the beginning of it. We are just getting started. I'm sure you guys all saw this week, the Bitcoin price is getting frothy. We're all getting excited. We're all not staying humble on Twitter. Man, we better protect ourselves. We better protect our minds. Make sure you are in Bitcoin Zen mode because the next 18 months plus, who knows? Super cycle? Who knows? It's going to get crazy. I hope you guys have been getting yourself mentally prepared, physically prepared. Make sure your cold storage is prepared because things are going to get crazy. And if you've been around for a little bit, you understand that bull markets are absolutely insane. If you've been here for just a bear markets are the calm, everyone's cool, calm, collected. The bull market, the frenzy that comes with the bull market is going to be insane, especially now. We have corporate press talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's getting into the popular mainstream consciousness. We haven't even seen retail FOMO into Bitcoin. It's going to get crazy, guys. It's going to get crazy. Keep stacking, keep taking Bitcoin into custody, and enjoy the roller coaster. And of course, I'm not alone. We brought Wine back today. Wine's back with, we brought him back because he is the head of Getting Simply Bitcoin, the best merch possible. And that's what we're talking about on the culture today. But before I get in there, Wine, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Again, I want to apologize to everyone that I'm not Nico. He's taking care of business in Bitcoin Atlantis. But I do want to criticize you, Opti, because I think you made the template today. And last time I was on the show on Monday, I said that I want my head to be huge on there, and you made it even smaller.
No,
I'm hiding in the left corner. Like,
I might as well not even bigger.
I might as well not even be on the show today. Like, I don't know. I mean, my input is basically that irrelevant, but I don't know. I like when you say the price is frothy, all this stuff. It gets me excited.
Dude, we got bull juice for the people today.
It's kind of crazy.
Friday.
Like, it's frothy, all the excitement, but it's still kind of early. We feel early. And Simply Bitcoin, like, it's still early for us. If you're watching this show, you're going to be like, I remember watching Simply Bitcoin. They had freaking that Weinicus guy, like, making jokes on there. Now, we have these big heads. So, we're early here.
Let's go. Love it. Love it. Yes, of course. Of course. Wine, I could have swore I made your head a little bigger, but maybe I made you smaller.
Man. I want it like next time. I'm not gonna come on the show. I'm demanding 50% of the template. I want to take up like that whole thing. Let people know that
Wineicus is here.
People that come to this show just to watch me, Opti, and not just for me.
Of course, wine is everyone's favorite influencer's favorite influencer. Anyways, let's get into the show. We have Asanoa today. Guys, we have dropped the Simply Bitcoin merch collab with Asanoa. Our artist collection is officially live. So we're going to be talking about that on the culture today. We're going to talk about Asanoa's journey as a Bitcoin artist. And we're giving you guys first dibs. So we haven't posted it on Twitter. So if you're watching live, you get first dibs on the merch. Make sure you hit the link. We'll make sure you hit the QR code. We got hats. We got shirts. We got women's tank tops. You guys asked for it. We delivered. So get it while it lasts, guys. Get it while it lasts. Oh, and Nico's here. Hold on. Nico's coming in live from Bitcoin Atlantis.
Yo, what's up, dude? I'm coming live in a cab from Bitcoin Atlantis in Maleta. Great conference so far. Sailor had a killer speech. I just wanted to drop in and say hi to everyone. Good times. Bitcoiner slavery. We're gonna win. We're gonna win so hard.
Dude, we're winning so hard. We are winning so hard. All right. Well, Nico popped in. Special guest appearance. All right, guys. You already know the deal, though. Before we get into the show, we got to plug Bitcoin Well because they are the reason we stay on air. So make sure you guys go to bitcoinwell.com. If you signed up to Bitcoin Well and you use the --app-reward /points, /app/reward -points. I think it's just bitcoinwell.com/app. You were signed up for the Bitcoin jackpot contest. If you did it within the last week, you are in the run. Maybe even today. I don't know if the deadline's tonight or if it was just today. But if you sign up now, you are in the running for winning a passport by Foundation. And then, of course, there is a jackpot there. So the more people that sign up, the more referrals you get, the more points you get, and the more chances you get to get I think it's at 1.5 million sats. So hopefully if more people join, there's more sats to be won. So make sure you're signing up, make sure you're referring people, but let's get into the show.
The Bitcoin numbers.
Is your Bitcoin in cold storage really secure? Is your seed phrase really secure? Stampseed's do-it-yourself kit has everything you need to hammer your seed words into commercial-grade titanium plates instead of just writing them on paper. Don't store your generational wealth on paper. Paper is prone to water damage, fire damage. You want to put your generational wealth on one of the strongest metals on planet Earth, titanium. Your words are actually stamped into this metal plate with this hammer and these letter stamps. And once your words are in, they aren't going anywhere. No risk of the plate breaking apart and pieces falling everywhere. Titanium stamped seeds will survive nearly triple the heat produced by a house fire. They're also crush-proof, waterproof, non-corrosive, and time-proof. All things that paper is not, allowing you to hodl your Bitcoin with peace of mind for the long haul. Stamp your seed on stamp.
Let's go, guys. And of course, we made it easy. Make sure you are hitting the QR code. And I see Stampseed in the chat, guys. So hold on. Let me scroll up to this comment. FYI, everything on the site is discounted today. Combine that with the Simply all caps code, and you guys get yourself a Stampseed kit. Make sure you are not leaving your seed phrase on a piece of paper in your sock drawer. Make sure it's on something that is indestructible like titanium. So multiple discounts today, guys. If you've been waiting on the sidelines, today might be the day that you pull the trigger on that. Okay,
I need to buy like 100 of those because I've been self-custody pilling a lot of people lately.
And you can Uncle Jim them, bro. You can Uncle Jim them. That's
buy
the whole thing.
Once you buy as many plates as you want, you stamp it in each plate. It's pretty genius.
Let's go. Pretty genius. Pretty genius. All right, guys, let's get into the numbers. Of course, we're over here on Clark Moody's dashboard. And in my opinion, the only number that really matters here is that Bitcoin continues to work. TikTok next block. We're currently at a block height of 832,719. The Bitcoin price is currently at $61,920, which means the sats per dollar, aka how much your fiat dollar is worth in Bitcoin, aka how much Bitcoin you can buy for a single dollar, is currently at 1,614 sats per dollar. The total percentage of Bitcoin that will ever be issued, I repeat, that will ever be issued, is currently at 93.53%. The market cap in fiat terms and dollar terms is $1.22 trillion. And the realized monetary inflation, taking fiat currencies to school, is 1.74% inflation until, of course, 2140, where all the Bitcoin gets released. And then the Bitcoin versus gold market cap. Guys, we are inching towards 10% of gold market cap, 10% of the hard money market cap right now. It's going up, man. I think pretty soon we're gonna pass that 10% number, and we are coming for gold. We are demonetizing gold in real time. And I do have some numbers on that, or at least some more signal on the idea of the Bitcoin ETFs demonetizing the gold ETFs, and people are rotating out of gold ETFs into the Bitcoin ETFs. Of course, here we are self-custody maxis. You should be taking Bitcoin into custody. But of course, hey, if you have money in a traditional financial world, maybe you want to get some exposure with the Spot Bitcoin ETF. It's better than nothing. It's better returns than everything else on the stock market. Anyways, the total public Lightning capacity is currently at 4,387 Bitcoin. The hash rate the last 90 days is 535 exahashes. If you're paying attention closely, guys, it is going up. It's going up. And of course, these are rough estimates. The pending fees. Oh, let's go. 7.95 BTC. Yesterday, I think it was at 12 Bitcoin. So I guess maybe the monetary premium's going back. Fees? It's the mempool that Clark Moody's dashboard's connected to. So basically it means that your fees are cheaper right now. No bloat, no spam from the ordinal guys out there. You know, we're getting back to normal normal fair market prices here for now. And the block sale halving 7,281, and the halving estimate date, it's not the meme date. It's April 19th, 2024. The miners
got to chill out and slow down.
They got to slow it down.
April 20 halving, or we're all selling our Bitcoin.
Take some hash rate off the network just for the memes. Okay. All right, guys. Let's get
add into hash on 420. Wink, wink.
Let's get into the Spot Bitcoin ETF updates. Constantly going to be covering these numbers because they're scooping up so much Bitcoin. It's absolutely incredible. So the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, actually this morning I do have some news. It's officially an ETF as of today. And the BlackRock iShares Trust is at 161,226. Guys, if my memory is remembering correctly, if my memory is memorizing correctly, I think they added 10,000 Bitcoin in one day. The Fidelity Bitcoin Trust is at 103,407, and they're just nuking everyone else. They're head and shoulders above everyone else. They're the leaders in the pack. And on that note, guys, shouts out to Bitcoin Magazine for dropping this tweet. BlackRock's iBit shares Bitcoin ETF becomes the fastest ever to $10 billion of total assets. It's absolutely incredible how much Bitcoin they're taking. They're all about the touch Sailor. You know, it took Sailor, 3-4 years to get to close to 1% of the total Bitcoin supply. And BlackRock comes in 6 weeks and is already basically there. It is incredible. The demand, the liquidity that is starting to head to Bitcoin through these Spot Bitcoin ETFs. It's almost frightening how much Bitcoin they are scooping up. This is why we keep telling you, do not sell your Bitcoin to Larry Fink. Make sure you continue to stack, take Bitcoin into custody. This is the way. And on that note,
I just got all your Bitcoin face.
Yeah, exactly. On that note, we saw this clip from RFK Jr., presidential candidate. He got orange pilled after the Canadian trucker protest and basically when they censored their money. And he's still making the rounds. He's going out there. This is CNBC. He's saying what we say constantly. And I think this signal is going to really heat up as we move closer to the election. We potentially have a Bitcoiner running as a presidential candidate. Bitcoin is becoming the topic It's becoming the defining conversation right now. Whether you're
You're against Bitcoin, you're against freedom.
you're either for Bitcoin, for freedom, or you are a shill for the fiat system. You are a shill for taking money from the average person, and we're seeing the debacles happen everywhere. You need to hold some Bitcoin, and not just for the number go up feature. And this is why I wanted to play this clip today, is because yes, we are kind of giving you some bull sauce today. Yes, we're seeing Wall Street do some analysis. They're doing price prediction. We're seeing bank failures. We're seeing the ETFs getting more and more attention. We're seeing all kinds of, Bitcoin essentially getting a CEO fired from Wall Street. But let's remember why we do what we do. And I think RFK Jr. hits the nail on the head with this clip. So let's watch this. Let's get into the signal.
Bitcoin, you said you spoke at a conference, you bought some of it for your kids last year. You more than doubled your money if you're still holding. Are you still holding? I mean, let's just have a little fun here to end the segment.
Yeah, I am. I'm still holding. My kids are very, very happy about it.
Yeah, what's Bitcoin's real role? There are members of Congress, both parties, I believe, that think it should be banned.
Yeah, I mean, they want it banned because they're being paid by BlackRock and Morgan and all the big globalist banking monopolies that are making money on inflation and making money by the Fed printing money. But American people, the American middle class, is getting rolled, and the off ramp from that, from the money printing machine is Bitcoin because it is hard currency. And we need to make it transactionally available to the middle class. We need to make sure that people who want to protect themselves against inflation can have this, but also that they have transactional freedom. That the government is not, able now to digitalize our currencies and like they did in Canada. Yeah. And when the truckers disobeyed, when the truckers protested peacefully, their bank accounts were shut down. Well, and they couldn't pay their mortgages. They couldn't pay for their children's education. The government could control their speech by controlling their transactional freedom. And, transactional freedom is as important as freedom of speech. And you only get that from Bitcoin. We're not going to get that, as long as the government controls our digitalized currency.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Art.
Shouts out. Like, there's Wine Huge.
Art.
Shouts out. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, listen. That's cool, motherfucking
Look, guys,
boy.
this is what we talk about constantly on the show. And this is why I wanted to give that context for today, is because that's what this is all about. The freedom to transact with a money that cannot be debased. This is what it's all about. We're seeing in real time that the fiat clown world is in shambles. Everyone is looking for a way to store their value. Everyone is looking for an escape hatch. And shouts out to Chrissy Lagarde for saying it out loud a long time ago. Bitcoin is the escape hatch. Bitcoin is the way to protect yourself. And now we're having these conversations everywhere. In the most, I was going to say the most popular, but, and again, maybe this one again in quotes, the most legitimate media sources, the conversation is happening. So the normies out there waking up, your friends and family are going to soon wake up to the retail FOMO that will be Bitcoin when they realize that, oh my goodness, am I really holding melting ice cubes? Wait, am I perpetuating the system that I say I dislike? Or, am I the problem because I'm not holding Bitcoin? That's what's going on. So shouts out to RFK Jr. for continuing to beat the drum. Again, we're not left versus right. This is orange versus green. This is freedom versus tyranny. This is Bitcoin versus slavery. And this is the way. Wait, Asano, show him the shirt real quick.
This is peace versus violence.
Let's go. Let's go. This is what we're doing here. Anyways, Wine, I saw you reacting pretty favorably to that clip. What's your thoughts on this?
Hey, listen, I don't love politicians. I'm not so fond of the voting route to ask for change. I think we're shifting the paradigm here, and you can vote with your wallet, you can vote with your money, you can vote with your capital. Imagine telling slaves they can vote themselves to freedom. Like that, it just doesn't work that way. And hopefully, the paradigm is shifting, and these politicians now are talking about Bitcoin. It's in the news cycle. But it's just like clown world when you hear a news anchor or like a politician or a boomer just say like, you know, the Democrats want to ban Bitcoin or the Republicans want to ban Bitcoin. Or it's like, if you actually understood how this works, like come and try, you know, you're not going to ban it. You can't ban flipping a penny 256 times. You can't ban remembering 12 to 24 words. You can't ban Bitcoin. Like, it's pretty much that simple. And one of the commenters here, Robert Vermouth, or Vermouth is a good drink, he said, how do you exactly ban Bitcoin? It doesn't make sense once you understand how it works. The thing is, people don't understand how it works. They just care about the price, and all they care about is making money. But the whole point of Bitcoin is that it can't be banned, it can't be censored, and we do have the freedom to transact.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, I actually wanted to touch on one thing that RFK Jr. said, and maybe it's I'm not criticizing him, but the whole like we need to ensure that people, the middle class, can transact freedom with Bitcoin or whatever he said. Like, who is this we? Like we're already doing it. We even though I'm going to say we, like, all that needs to happen is the awareness around Bitcoin needs to increase and people understand what the problem is. And that's what's happening right now. That's why this show is so popular. That's why people are gravitating towards Bitcoin, is because people know there's a problem. But Bitcoiners can connect the dots to them and show them that there is a solution. And of course, it is simply Bitcoin. Anyways, also know I saw you also giving some fist pumps. How did you enjoy that RFK Jr. clip?
Well, as we all know, there's red and there's blue, there's the state and there's you. But I think anybody on television, national television, especially, of course, any politician speaking positively about Bitcoin is a good thing for all of our freedoms. So,
yeah, couldn't agree more.
How it turns out, with RFK and how this kind of all unfolds is to be seen still. But we can hope for the best. And from that clip, I'm feeling positive, feeling bullish.
Let's go. Yeah, I mean, that I think is the most important portion of this that you talked about is like, say what you want about politicians. We know that they're, doing their best to favor votes, but they're spreading the signal. They're saying what we say all the time. And if they quote unquote have more legitimacy than just us random people on the internet, that signal is spreading. They're planting those seeds and they're talking about Bitcoin. All press is good press to Bitcoin. This is all good for Bitcoin. And this means one thing, that number is going to go up, boys and girls. All right, guys, let's get into the news because I got a lot for you guys today on the news.
The Daily News.
I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Foundation Devices. It's self-custody done right. They built a premium grade hardware wallet called Passport right here in the US. It's fully open source and verifiable. It's the most intuitive Bitcoin wallet designed with a UX reminiscent of a simple feature phone. So you will know how to navigate it and use it the moment you pick it up. Get your Bitcoin off exchanges and into your own hands in just a few minutes. Experience the peace of mind that comes with taking ownership of your own keys. After a massive sellout during Bitcoin Miami 2023, the Passport is back in stock at foundationdevices.com. Bitcoin only, open source verifiable, completely air-gapped security model, gorgeous design craft, premium grade materials. If you're thinking about getting your Bitcoin off exchanges, this is the one for you. Check out the Passport link in the show notes below to learn more.
Of course, guys, we made it easy. Scan the QR code. Get yourself a Nokia phone that can store your Bitcoin now, aka Passport by Foundation. We love it here. It's so beautiful. It's so sleek. Wine did the best shill event when he came on Tuesday. Yeah, do you have one?
I mean, if you guys have a ledger at this point, like, what are you doing? It's an easy switch. And yeah, I got one, so haha. You should get one too.
All right, guys. All right. So, again, I'm connecting the dots here. That's our job here at Simply Bitcoin. No one really knows what's going on with the Bitcoin market. we're watching the price react, and we're trying to connect the dots and just continuously show you guys that the excitement around Bitcoin is increasing. Everyone and their mother will soon enough want some Bitcoin. Wall Street wants your Bitcoin. Larry Fink wants your Bitcoin. And as we covered yesterday, Snowden's predicting that even a nation state's going to want your Bitcoin. So do not sell them your Bitcoin. Anyways, let's get into this story because this first one is just kind of funny. Maybe we're speculating. Obviously, we're kind of trolling. But hey, connect the dots here. So we have this article here. This is January 11th, 2024. When the Spot Bitcoin ETFs were rolled out, when Larry Fink and BlackRock got their ETFs approved. I forget what it was. It was about 11 ETFs that all got approved, or was it 9 that all got approved at the same time? Well, on that day, we got Vanguard say that, they're blocking ETF trades. They're never going to roll out their own ETF trade. And so here you can see here, I just brought the headline for you guys, Blockworks. As Spot Bitcoin ETF volumes soar, Vanguard is blocking such trades. And okay, a different article here. And then yesterday, we saw this. Now, again, causation doesn't mean correlation, but as a Bitcoiner, it feels like Bitcoin got its first Wall Street CEO fired. The Bitcoin meme of we need a metaphorical sacrifice for the bull run to commence. Well, it seems like we might have got one, and it was a bigger elephant than we even thought. So here's Eric Balkunis. I don't know how to say your name, bro. Sorry. Senior ETF analyst over at Bloomberg. And he tweets, he goes, just in, Tim Buckley is stepping down as CEO of Vanguard at the end of the year. Kind of a shocker, to be honest. Although he has been there 33 years, Greg Davis appointed president, board on search now for new CEO. So what's this all mean? Does this mean that Bitcoin got a CEO fired because, hey, all you Vanguard customers out there, you basically missed 50% gains because the CEO was so actively against a Spot Bitcoin ETF. It was literally stopping you from getting exposure to a Spot Bitcoin ETF. And what are the reasons here? Because, here's Preston Page. Bitcoin fires its first Wall Street CEO. All those Bitcoiners made their victory laps on Twitter. This is the stuff you love to see as a Bitcoiner. Everyone's going to be bending the knee to Bitcoin. And the incentives just are pure. Like, if you are stopping your client as an institutional manager from getting exposure to Bitcoin, you are missing gains for your client. So any ideological perspective you have against Bitcoin, well, you're going to have to face up to them. And Bitcoin just keeps getting eggs splattered all over their faces. But there is a very interesting trend here, guys, because look, Vanguard said, Bitcoin doesn't align with us. We're not going to let you guys get exposure to a Spot Bitcoin ETF, all while Vanguard has exposure to public Bitcoin mining. They own a significant amount of stocks in public Bitcoin mining companies, and yet they're telling their customers, oh yeah, sorry guys, you're too dumb and you don't know what's going on in the market. It's all about speculation. You don't want exposure to Spot Bitcoin ETF. Here we go. From July 10th, 2023, we have Vanguard now owns $560 million worth of Bitcoin mining stocks. And just going into this article a little bit, Vanguard upped its Marathon Digital holdings by 60% from 10.9 million shares to 17.5 million shares. And that's not it, guys. They also increased its stake in Riot blockchain. Shouts out to Riot. They're killing it in the PR game. From 18%, 15.2 million shares to 17.9 million shares, or over $281 million in stock. And this brings Vanguard's total investment in Bitcoin miners to $560 million. So on the one hand, what do we always say here? Watch what they do, not what they say. On the one hand, they're telling you, oh yeah, Bitcoin doesn't align with our company philosophy. This is why we're not approving a Spot Bitcoin ETF. Then they fire their CEO because they missed 50% gains on the Bitcoin price appreciation. All the while, they are invested in public Bitcoin mining companies. Just further examples of the hypocrisy coming out of Wall Street. Just further examples of Bitcoin forcing them to bend the knee. And on that note, we got another example of them Wall Street, the institutional managers of the world, the big banks of the world being forced to bend the knee to Bitcoin. We got this news. It came out yesterday, but this story was on Reuters this morning. Bank of America's Merrill Lynch and Wells Fargo offering spot Bitcoin ETFs to clients. So going into this article a little bit, because there's some signal in here. There's some signal that was dropped in here. Bank of America's Merrill Lynch and Wells Fargo have been offering spot Bitcoin ETF funds to eligible wealth management clients, highlighting the growing popularity of the asset class. Again, they've already been offering a spot Bitcoin ETF to their wealthy clients, but you guys, you on Main Street, the retail guys, you don't want none of this, guys. You do not want none of this Bitcoin exposure. We're only going to the adults in the room. We're only going to the real high net worth individuals because they know what they're doing. Man, the hypocrisy going on here is absolutely over 9,000. Anyways, the ETFs have been available to clients for weeks. A source familiar with Bank of America's plans, and quoting here, spot Bitcoin ETFs are available for unsolicited purchases through an advisor with Wells Fargo Advisors or through our online Wells Trade platform, Wells Fargo said in an emailed statement. Spot Bitcoin ETFs offer investors exposure to the world's largest cryptocurrency. There's only Bitcoin and then the shitcoin without directly holding it. Again, we are self-custody maxis. We tell you guys every single day to take Bitcoin into custody, but we understand the convenience of this. We understand that high net worth individuals, they're just so used to not taking their assets into custody. They go trust a manager. They pay them their fees, even though you don't need to pay fees to custody your Bitcoin. You just take it into custody. It's easy. But hey, there's different options. Optionality is good. If people don't want to custody their Bitcoin, well, hey, you can play the musical chair games going out of Wall Street, out of these banks. Who knows what's going to happen? Will you get rug pulled? I don't know. I don't trust them. I take Bitcoin into custody. Anyways, let's keep going on this because this is, I think, where it gets pretty funny. So the ETFs has opened up the asset class to new investors, as we've been talking about. Liquidity begets liquidity. And now we have a whole new class of investors getting exposure to Bitcoin. We're seeing Wall Street FOMO into Bitcoin. We're seeing the institutional managers FOMO into Bitcoin, and it's just beautiful to see. The growing popularity of such investments have prompted some investors to swap out holdings in gold-backed ETF. I repeat, have prompted some investors to swap out holdings in gold-backed ETFs. And we've been covering this all week. We're seeing in real time that Bitcoin, the spot Bitcoin ETF, is demonetizing gold. It's stealing flows from the gold ETF. Gold is old. No one wants gold. They don't even want the gold ETF, and they're rotating that money into a spot Bitcoin ETF. It's not only going out of Grayscale Trust and going into like the BlackRock ETF, it's coming from gold as well. And this is a theory that us Bitcoiners have been saying for a long time. Bitcoin is demonetizing everything in real time. Every investment that people have been using that are kind of cash-like, it's all going towards Bitcoin. All roads lead to Bitcoin. And here's the funniest part. We remain convinced that Bitcoin is on an 18th month path to $150,000 led by an unprecedented institutional adoption, Bernstein analysis, Gautam Shigani said earlier this week as Bitcoin hit 60K. So now, we have Wall Street getting as bull-hearted as us, but hey, that's bearish. This is being bearish. I think that's bearish. Anyways, continuing down this path, we saw this morning that Grayscale announced that, after years of work, they finally were able to convert the Grayscale trust to an ETF. So now, people are not really liking Grayscale, but hey, their trust is finally an ETF. Next thing we have is this other news story coming out of Reuters that Hong Kong's largest Bitcoin ETF assets up 5-fold since October. And then here you go, some more signal. Bitcoin's significant outperformance of Hong Kong stocks has also boosted the demand. Again, guys, stock market can't keep up with Bitcoin. And I think this next 18 months is going to get absolutely nuclear. We also got this news. Brazil enters the Bitcoin ETF arena by launching its first Bitcoin ETF today. We're seeing everyone and their mother, every country in the world is going to want some spot Bitcoin ETF. Man, so much liquidity is coming down the pipeline, and we still are yet to see the impact of all the institutional managers educating their clients. We're still, 6 weeks into the spot Bitcoin ETF. I think we're going to see a delay between I'm just pulling numbers out of my behind. 3 months to 6 months, we're going to see that these conversations are speeding up. They're adding on, and people are going to wake up to the idea that Bitcoin is the asset. It is the thing you need to be holding in your portfolio. Diversify your systemic risk. You do not want to have all your money in the fiat clown world. And on that note, guys, we also saw, as I mentioned in the beginning, New York Community Bank crashes 20% after announcing immediate leadership changes and a disclosed quote unquote material weakness in its accounting protocol. And let's not forget, guys, New York Community Bank, they took on all the risk from Signature Bank after it collapsed last year. So what's going on? I don't know, but I wouldn't be trusting banks with my money. And as we said, keeping quote unquote your money in banks is the real risk. You might want some Bitcoin, and I think everyone is waking up to this. And further, this morning, we got even more news. There may be, we've been covering this, and I don't want to get doom and gloomy here, but we've been seeing for a while that there may be a U.S. banking crisis on the horizon. Did they land the soft landing? Are we ever going to get the recession? Are they going to get us out of the recession? Is the money printer going to turn on? Who knows? But we're seeing that the U.S. banks are feeling the stress, and you can see how many of them are in the negative this morning. So things are getting frothy in bank stonks. They're feeling some pain. What's going on? I don't know. All I know is I feel good holding Bitcoin. And on that note, the final thing I want to add is we got this signal this morning from Caitlin Long, and she said that only roughly 40 Bitcoin are available for sale at any price at one point on Wednesday. I was told by a credible source at an over-the-counter Bitcoin market. The Bitcoin over-the-counter markets are running dry. And we posed this question on our channel, our Twitter this morning. What happens, and we say when BlackRock, but what happens when all the Wall Street institutions have to buy spot Bitcoin on the open market? Do you know what that means? It means rocket ship. It's about to go nuclear. So, hey, I'm a lot of bull sauce today. It is Friday. We're having fun. A lot of bull sauce. But I really like this tweet here from Beauty On. Love or hate Beauty On. I absolutely love Beauty On. And I think this is the defining conversation we're seeing right now. And Beauty On puts it very simply in this tweet. As the power of Bitcoin increases, any jurisdiction that desires to be the world center of all Bitcoin business activity and development must abandon the lust for control. In America, that choice is already made by the law, but we already know the politicians are not beholden to the law anymore. They're running rogue here, and they don't care about you, the average citizen. They don't care about upholding the Constitution. All they care about is stealing the coffers. All they care about is raiding the empire as fast as possible. And there's only one way to protect yourself. And of course, this is Bitcoin. And what we always say here, you can't ban Bitcoin. You can only ban yourself from Bitcoin. Well, we're seeing in real time that everyone is waking up to Bitcoin. The FOMO is going to get crazy. We are on the starting lines. I'm convinced the bull run is activated. If Wall Street doing six-figure prediction Bitcoin prices, we're seeing the biggest institutional managers release spot Bitcoin ETFs. We're seeing bank failures, bank problems. And all of us Bitcoiners are just watching the Bitcoin price go nuclear, which really means all the fiat currencies are crashing against Bitcoin. And the only way to protect your purchasing power, guys, is by saving in Bitcoin. So I know that was a lot, guys. I'm connecting the dots here. I'm trying to give you some bull juice today. But if you watch this show, you already know what we always say. It is Bitcoin, and everything else is shitcoin, even if it is a fiat currency. So you've been stacking, continue to stack, continue to take your Bitcoin into custody, and continue to plant the seeds of freedom in your friends and family. It's going to be easier once the price rises, because it really does feel like the price is getting frothy. And who knows what's going to happen the next 18 months. But historically, and we might be in a new paradigm here. This time might be different. But historically, we usually get a blow off top 18 months after the halving. The halving's next month. It looks like we might be in for a year-ish, maybe 2 years of pumping. Can you maintain this? Can you maintain the sanity? I know I'm not going to be humble. I'm going to do my best to be humble. But man, it's going to be hard not to say I told you so, because we've been telling you guys for a long time you want some Bitcoin, not just for the number go up features, but for the freedom aspects of Bitcoin. And that's why we're here, is because we're seeing the problems of the fiat world, and there is a solution. It is Bitcoin. Anyways, Wine, what's your thoughts on all this?
Well, I do want to say that if you got into Bitcoin before the last couple months, congratulations, you are smarter than Wall Street. Now, the challenge is number one, don't join them in the paper Bitcoin chase. You got to get pure coins. You got to be a pure coiner, not a paper coiner. That's a new meme that I'm going to try to unleash. But yeah, don't get in on the ETF stuff. And also, don't be fazed by the price pumping. This is volatile. There's going to be opportunities and all that stuff. But don't even have a target of when to sell. You don't sell your Bitcoin. You're going to be tempted real hard because BlackRock and all these guys on Wall Street have all the capital in the world to get your Bitcoin from you. And it's going to be like a hot girl in a red dress that walks by you, and she's gonna give you like a high, and that is BlackRock at like 100K, 200K saying like, come chase me. But don't tempt that, don't chase that. Just wait, be calm, just pretend like you don't even have your Bitcoin and come back in 5 to 10 years.
Love it, Wine. You crack me up. Okay, there's a good question here by Briggs. This is going to be rhetorical for you guys in the audience. What happens when the exchange run out of Bitcoin? Number has to go up. They have to incentivize you to sell Bitcoin. Don't do it, as Wine said. Actually, I said it was going to be rhetorical, and I answered it. Anyways, Asanoa, what's your thoughts on all this bull juice today?
Bull juice.
Hey, for anybody that didn't get the red girl in a red dress reference, go watch the video Exit Fiat, Enter Bitcoin, a Matrix meme by Guy Swan. You can find it on YouTube. And then I just wanted to say, I saw we had a Beauty On's tweet up on there earlier. Beauty On, if you're listening to this, come on, unblock me, dog. I didn't do anything. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really hopeful. All of this is just great news. And that was a long and tumultuous brutal bear market. So this is good. I feel the optimism in the air, and yeah, grateful to be here with Weinicus and Opti. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, man. Like, I was telling my friends as well, and we'll talk about it all the time in like our internal chats at Simply. It's like, man, it was a brutal bear market. Anyone that was telling you it wasn't a brutal bear market, it was long. The price got crazy. I know we got cheap sats, but if you're on the Bitcoin standard already, you're like, dang, I got too bullish last time. I got on zero unironically, and it was rough. But hey, more cheap sats for us. And man, maybe, what's Hodonot always say? We'll never see under 60K again or whatever. Well, we'll definitely never see under 58K again, apparently. So here we are. What a crazy, crazy time. It's going to get absolutely insane. I don't know if I'm ready for it, guys. I might need some rehab before we get through the craziness. All right, guys, before we move on, though, let's talk about Bitcoin evangelism, guys. You already know the deal here. You guys are all evangelists for Bitcoin. Make sure you get the book. Make sure you have the talking points to counter your normie friends' takes, your shitcoiner friends' takes. Why do you still have shitcoiner friends? Anyways, this is the book for you, written by our boy Brian DeMint. You can buy it on Amazon, or you can hit him up on Orange Pill app. And we got to onboard 8 billion people to Bitcoin, but at least a staunch, intransigent minority of 10 million people. And that's what we're going to do. This is what we're doing in real time. And hey, if you have Wall Street buddies, you need to have the talking points to counter all of their fiat madness. And this is the way. Get yourself Bitcoin evangelism today. Great book. All right, guys, let's get into the culture, because we got a special announcement for you.
The Daily Culture.
All right, guys, before we get to that, though, Kaboom Racks. Go to kaboomracks.com. Best place to buy, sell, and host. Kaboom Racks. Your mining equipment. They got in my opinion, they got one of the best teams out there. White glove service. Get in touch with my boy Alex. He will literally walk you through why you should or should not be buying ASICs, whether you're going to be profitable. Even though it's his job to sell you ASICs, he tells me all the time, he's like, dude, I tell everyone not to do it. And you don't want to wreck yourself. So get in touch with them. The white glove service from Kaboom Racks. They'll answer all your questions. If you've been on the fence, they'll talk to you about it. But hey, Alex keeps telling me that S9s might be profitable forever. So maybe you just want to experiment and get yourself an S9 and, you know, keep your house warm with a little space heater, get some sats on the side. I know it's going to be summertime, but hey, maybe you want to experiment. Maybe you want some sats rolling in. All right, guys. Anyways, let's get to this.
Rack, Softy.
Kaboom rack, kaboom rack. All right, I sneak peeked it for you guys, but before we get to that, Asanoa, Bitcoin artist, we collab with you. We're super hyped to drop this. I've been telling Wine for like a week, 2 weeks now, like, yo, when do we drop this? Like, what's going on? What are we waiting for? But before we get to that, bro, let's get to your Bitcoin origin story. Like, what made you want to make Bitcoin art?
I'm not gonna say when. It wasn't that long ago, but it wasn't just the other day either. I got paid. I was working on a hemp farm, on a cannabis farm in Southern Oregon, and I got paid in a handful of Bitcoin, and I didn't know what it was entirely, and I treated it like money, which was kind of Bitcoiner of me, and I was happy to get paid in it, but I unfortunately spent most of it. And I've been slowly stacking my way back ever since. So that was kind of, you know, the tragic, you know, origin story. But about 2-3 years ago, I fell deeper down the rabbit hole, became a Bitcoin maximalist. And a good friend of mine, Kisa, shout out, with the simplest Bitcoin book ever written, said to me, you should make some Bitcoin artwork. And I had been doing geometric artwork, and so I kind of just, I looked into scarcity and kind of got more active on Twitter, and I made some Bitcoin art and people were receptive to it. And so I've been doing it ever since now, and I love it. And it's my way of contributing towards Bitcoin and the wider mission of, you know, Bitcoin. And it's awesome. The culture is really amazing, and it's been developing nicely, I think. And so, you know, I think it's a incredibly important part of Bitcoin, and that is the art, you know, and I think any sort of Renaissance movement, the art's a big part of that. So
yeah,
I feel very honored to be part of it.
Yeah, that's the part that we talk about all the time. I forget what the quote is, but politics is downstream from culture, and spreading Bitcoin into popular culture. This is how, you know, I hate using the words, but hey, well, you know, we're all Bitcoin propagandists at the end of the day. This is how you psyop your normie friends. The more they see Bitcoin, the more they see their friends talking about Bitcoin, the more there's like, and again, we don't condone you guys destroying public property, but the more Bitcoin graffiti they see, the more Bitcoin is just part of their everyday life. You know, everyone needs a couple of touch points to Bitcoin. This is how we win. This is the guerrilla marketing of Bitcoin, where people like yourself, Asano, and everyone in the audience that just making cool stuff around Bitcoin, showing people how cool it is to be a Bitcoiner. This is how we win. We win by taking over the culture, by instilling all the best Bitcoin practices in people. This is how you win the culture war that is going on right now. And hey, you're on the front lines, Asano. So absolutely kudos to you. But let's pivot. Let's pivot a little bit so we can plug what we got going on here. I don't know, Wine, do you want to take it here? Asano, what's going on here, Wine?
I mean, this has been in the works, believe it or not, for a bit of time. The idea was, we're not cool enough to make our own merch. Let's get Bitcoin artists to do it. And Asanoa, we met him at one of the conferences and hit it off. This guy's a real deal Bitcoiner. And I mean, we loved his work. So we started a new initiative of getting Bitcoin artists and Simply Bitcoin to do collabs, and Asano is our first artist, so hopefully we can continue this trend. Let people showcase their work, the real Bitcoiners, and yeah, Asano, take it from here.
Sweet, thanks you guys. Yeah, so it was we met at BitBlock Boom this last year, I think, is where we kind of this idea started, and or at least for collaborating with me. Uh-oh.
You're good. You're good. You're still in here. Wow, technical issues.
Well, let's show the merch.
All right, let's show the merch. All right. Well, why Asano is figuring this out. Maybe talk about it a little bit. What's going on here? What's going on here?
I mean, yeah, we got basically a couple designs, a little crossover between Simply Bitcoin and Asanoa. So, you know, the text, like our peaceful revolution, these types of catchphrases is basically the Simply touch on the Asanoa touch. Obviously, on the side, you have Simply Bitcoin artist collection 01 with Asanoa's logo on there with his brand. So we're looking to have that kind of be on every shirt going forward, every piece of merch. But yeah, I mean, I think Asanoa is back, so maybe he could talk more about the inspiration behind all this.
I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's on the farm, guys. Forgive him. He's off the grid.
There's chickens
My
in the
shoddy
background.
internet lasted the whole time, right up until the merch show, and then it went. I mean, that's too ironic. BitBlock boom, and I'll be there again this next year. So keep an eye out for us. Bitcoin trading cards, who I've been working with, helping them create some of their cards, will be there. So keep an eye out for me there if you are at BitBlock boom this year. This merch is, we made it together. It is a full-on collaboration. Weinicus and I went back and forth, and this is what we came up with. The hats, that is shiny gold, and I like, as some of you may know, using gold in my artwork for a handful of reasons. You know, it's a nod to 1971. It's also a nod to the strongest sound money for, 10,000 years before Bitcoin. Now we have Bitcoin, and gold can take its place as, a nice color to use in artwork. I get a little bit of tongue-in-cheek in selling gold artwork to Bitcoiners for sats. That's kind of fun. Anyways, though, I think it looks cool. I think it looks kind of bougie. I think there's a kind of fun streetwear style, to black and gold. So I do that. Now, on the shirts, we went with a sand color, a little bit more understated. It's not metallic gold. These are all limited edition, though. The pill is, a little subtler. And then we've got the half-mast Peaceful Revolution, as everybody listening here, I'm sure knows well. And so that's a little bit more of a streetwear vibe, kind of skater. I'm a surfer skater, grew up surfing and skating. And so I've been trying to, kind of going for something I would see myself, wearing, cruising down the street. And then we've got some ladies tanks. So the kanji inside of the pill, it says Satoshi. The first character represents wise, sage, philosopher. The second character represents history or chronicle, a wise history that is of the time chain. That is my favorite kanji spelling of Satoshi. One of the many ways to spell Satoshi in Japanese kanji. And we've got our Simply Bitcoin logo in there. So yeah, I'm rocking one of the shirts right now. They're super comfy, super soft. And I know some people have been asking for merch from me or for shirts from me, as I had some at Miami a few years ago, and I haven't really been doing any merch. So this is a very exciting little collection we got going here. Once again, these are all very limited. This is a super small batch. If we sell out, so go over there and buy some. We will print some more. Maybe we'll do a metallic gold on a shirt, or maybe we'll mix it up with another color. I have been experimenting with other colors other than black and gold. So yeah, starting here with it's sand on black. Let's go.
I have a question.
Love it. Yeah, hit it, Wine.
Is it true that these are actually NFTs you're buying and it's a picture of a shirt, or are people actually getting the shirt?
It's just a picture of a shirt. You put it on your metaverse character. So when you can view my digital metaverse art gallery, you can wear my shirt to my digital gallery showing. I'm just kidding. I don't make any NFTs. I don't make any ordinals. I don't make any inscriptions. I saw sub 10,000 inscriptions being minted, and I thought about it. But, anything that potentially contributes to any damage towards Bitcoin is just a no-go for me. So I'm physical only.
These are physical NFTs, as in it is a physical t-shirt. Anyways, I do want to highlight, guys, these are super limited. We're just doing a small, super limited batch. And Wine's the money guy here. But if I remember correctly, we're sharing proceeds with Asanoa. So it's not just going to us at Simply Bitcoin. We're making sure that Asanoa is getting paid. So you're supporting a Bitcoin artist by buying a Simply Bitcoin collab shirt, our first artist collection. You know, the very first one. We're gonna talk with some more Bitcoin artists. If we sell these out quickly, maybe we get another Asanoa one out as quickly as possible. And for everyone in the chat, guys. And ladies, you know, we have the ladies tank tops. Matthew J is not in the chat today, but we got some hats for you guys. So, hey, you guys have been asking for it. We finally got it made for you. You know, we took our time to make sure the graphics were cool. Obviously, we shouts out to represent because it's always quality.
I do want to say that this bull market is going to bring a lot of girlfriends to you guys, and you do want to match with them. So there is a girls tank that you can match with your new girlfriend that's coming soon.
Oh man, you crack me up. All right, well, before we go to the memes, guys, let's plug Asanoa's other work. So Asanoa, talk about your website real quick, and then we'll end the show with the meme review.
Cool, thank you. So I've been pretty inspired by some of Alex van der Svetsky's just work and writings. So I'm calling my artwork of a sovereign remnant, and we're all the sovereign remnant here. Bitcoiners are the remnant. I work mostly in oil-based paint pen and acrylic on canvas. I'd like to learn and practice with traditional oils more, but I did only start making art about 5 years ago. That's a really cool collaboration with Crypto Cloaks and BTC Pins. So I've been trying to do a lot of collabs with the other artists in the space, kind of all tides rise together. One of my deep passions is sacred geometry. And I believe that Bitcoin is the newest and purest form of energetic storage and transference based upon precise mathematical truth. And that sacred geometry is one of the oldest and purest forms of conceptualizing that same precise mathematical truth. So you see a lot of geometric patterns and whatnot in my work, and I'm currently in the middle of a tattoo apprenticeship with a world-renowned geometric tattoo artist. So I'm excited to be very soon in the near future here doing some tats for sats and doing some Bitcoin tattoos. So yeah, check out my website. It's sovereignremnant.com, and I just appreciate everybody's support. And yeah, I am a pleb, and every piece of art that anybody buys or one of these shirts, I'm going to get some money from that, and that's going to allow me to keep making cool art, following my passion, and spreading Bitcoin graphics across the world.
Let's go. Well, man, hopefully we sell this out quickly and we can get another design going in the works. Maybe it's going to be a full gold one. Maybe it'll just be a whole new design. Well, I don't know. We'll leave it up in the air for you guys. But of course, you guys already know the deal. Hit us with your favorite Bitcoin artists. Maybe we can collab with them. Let us know what you guys want. We will do our best to deliver and ship the merch that you guys want to wear. Maybe, you want a little more offset friendly merch. Maybe you want some really Bitcoin blasted merch, whatever you guys want. We're going to make some cool stuff. And we have a lot of ideas. We've been thinking and internally talking about collabing with some other artists, doing some cool stuff. So just stay on the line. We're gonna give you guys some cool stuff. But again, remember, guys, wine. These are super limited.
There's
when
very
they're
few.
gone,
For
they're gone.
real, like whatever size you are, there's only a handful in your size. I think we have free shipping over $100, and you could pay in Bitcoin too. So if you really want to wear this stuff, we're not going to make much of it.
Yeah, let's go. That's the wine MO, the supreme of Bitcoin. All right, guys. All right.
So soft.
You already know the deal. It is Friday. So what's that mean, Wine? What's Friday mean?
It's the best day of the week because we got memes. You guys have been waiting all week. This show should only cover memes. It kind of does when you think about it. The news is like a meme cycle in these days.
Life is memes and memes is life. It's all memes. It's all memes all the way down. But let's get into the memes, guys. Opti's Friday meme review. Man, my voice is so sultry. It's so good.
Always Friday meme review.
It's so good. All right. Anyways, you already know the deal, boys and girls. Tag us on Twitter at simplybitcointv. Drop memes in our Telegram group, but tag me on the memes in our Telegram group because it's super busy in there. So I probably missed them. So if you want to get your memes on the meme review, they don't have to be just your memes. They could be your favorite memers' memes. Tag us in the Telegram group or on Twitter so that they don't get lost in the sauce. Anyways, you already know the deal if you've been here for more than a few weeks, I guess at this point. Tweets are the bullets, memes are the artillery. As we were talking with Asanoa, this is how we take over the culture, is by propagating the memes. Propagate the memes. Get the calls of action out there. Ridicule the corporate press. And of course, make the funny so your friends' heads stay in the game. And hey, make the funny so you ridicule your friends and family as well. I don't know. You do what you do, bro. That's the whole thing about Bitcoin. Do what you want to do. Anyways, I thought this meme was pretty fitting for today, considering we are seeing that the Vanguard CEO got fired, potentially over the idea that he held back his clientele from buying Bitcoin, or at least getting exposure to the Spot Bitcoin ETF. Well, we got the classic pick from the Super Bowl that happened, 2-3 weeks ago. And it's Travis Kelce yelling at Andy Reid. And he goes, I told you a year ago I wanted Bitcoin in my portfolio, and now I just missed 50% gains. What's going on here? Shouts out the Teddy21 BTC. It really do feel like it's like that. All right, next one is by Lynn Alden. One of the, what Nico said to her the other day when he had her on the IRL, he's like, Lynn, you're one of the best memers in the game. And she's like super macro. And here she is dropping some memes. So Lynn Alden doesn't even say anything in the tweet and still blows up. And you already know the bell curve. I love the bell curve. Actually, I'll explain Jose Cuervo in the chat. I'll explain the bell curve, my version of the bell curve right now. So look, we have left side of the bell curve, the 80 IQ Bitcoiners, hey, Bitcoin, it's a solution. We have all the mid curves, all the midwits in the middle talking about macro. What's the Fed doing? Oh my God, interest rates this, interest rates that. What's going on in macro land? And then we have right side of the bell curve Bitcoiners that are just like, it's Bitcoin. It's the only thing that matters. That's all that matters. Okay, just to pivot a little bit. So Jose Cuervo has been kind of low-key trolling me in the chat all week. He's like, dude, Opti, what do you mean by you are left side of the right side of the bell curve? Well, guys, I really wish I was this side, 80 IQ Bitcoiner, but I don't know. I don't think I'm an 80 IQ I've never took an IQ test, but I'm almost pretty sure I don't have an 80 IQ. I don't know. Maybe I do. I don't know. Anyways, but I wouldn't say I'm a midwit, considering I understand Bitcoin. I'm kind of smart. I'm sort of smart, but I'm definitely not over here 145 IQ, genius level Bitcoiner. I am a left side of the right side of the bell curve. I'm somewhere around here. I don't know. I've never took an IQ test. I'm probably not a midwit. I really hope my ego can't take being a midwit. So I like to say I'm left side of the right side of the bell curve. So, left side of the right side. So I'm still right side, but left side of the right side of the bell curve. Like kind of smart, but like not that smart, not genius level smart. Anyways, hopefully that explains for you guys. All right, next meme is at eggplant_Elon. And this is where we are right now. Jamie Dimon's been rolling around with Elizabeth Warren and calling us all criminals and financial terrorists and super shadowy super coders or whatever the hell they're calling us now. And here we got Jamie Dimon. Remember, he was saying the other day, oh yeah, we should shut down Bitcoin. The government should ban Bitcoin. Shut it down. And then we got what is this? How am I blanking on the auction, guys? Well, I forget what the show is. Wow, completely blanked on the auction, the Las Vegas auction TV show. They own a pawn shop. Is it Pawn Stars? Pawn Stars. Yeah, it's Pawn Stars. There we go. And we got at the bottom Pawn Stars with the Guy Fawkes mask, and it goes, shut it down. No, the best I can do is cut the block reward by half. It is coming in April, guys. Block reward is getting cut in half. Bitcoin is becoming more scarce. All those institutions are going to have to vie for half the Bitcoin. What's that mean? it historically means Bitcoin's going to pump. It's going to go nuclear. All right, next one is by Cooligan Field, my cousin out there, Cooligan Fields. He goes, choose your investment wisely, hashtag Bitcoin. And you see here, there's a smartphone. It goes, there are 6.5 billion smartphones on Earth. All of them can hold Bitcoin, but none of them can hold gold. Scarcity playing out in real time, guys. It's about to get crazy. And for the new people that are joining the Bitcoin frenzy, you're just getting your toes dipped into the Bitcoin market. You're trying to understand what's going on. Is there a new Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin MySpace? I don't even know what the memes are in shitcoin land about Bitcoin. Should I buy an NFT, an ordinal Bitcoin? Are sats rare? Guys, it all boils down to one thing. Shouts out to Bitcoin Mechanic, aka at Grassfed Bitcoin. He goes, hi, newcomers. Here's a rough guide. Bitcoin and the top 99 shitcoins by market cap. There is Bitcoin and there is everything else, and everything else is a shitcoin. Simplify your life. Keep it simple. There is Bitcoin and there is shitcoin. It's literally in the halls of Congress. It's written down. It's official. There is Bitcoin and everything else is just trying to steal your Bitcoin. This is the way. And then again, just add into the bull juice. I got to add to the bull juice. This chart's not even fully updated yet, but adding to the bull juice. We have at Vivek for real _ on Twitter. And he goes, are you mentally prepared? Are you prepared for what's going to come? Hopefully you are prepared. Hopefully you've been getting your body right, your mind right, your cold storage right, getting your relationships right, getting outside, touching grass, all that good stuff, because I think it's going to get absolutely crazy. And here you go, the 2012 bull market. You can see, Bitcoin goes, it got a little pump, and then, it retraced, and then the bull market comes and it rips and it just goes straight vertical, just pumping. I think this is probably pumping for months. Same thing happened in 2016. We got an all-time high, it retraced, and then it went sideways and upwards a little bit, and then it finally ripped. And then we saw something similar happen in 2020, and we even got cut off in that bull market. Well, where are we? Here we are. And I'll update this a little bit so you can see. Here's the 2022 or 2021 bull market. Double topped. We got blue balled by China, and the Bitcoin price tried to retrace, and then it went down to what, like the 15K ish, and then now it's retraced, and now we're up here in the 60K area. So it looks like maybe we are at the point of no return. We are about to hit escape velocity. We just got the highest monthly close ever in Bitcoin's history in February at 60. I think it was like 61, 64 or something. I don't know. Anyways, we are activating price discovery mode. This is the way. Keep stacking, keep taking Bitcoin into cold storage. And this last one, this is poking fun at me, and I absolutely love it. Shout out to my boy Rope. I was trolling the other day. The price was pumping, and I was like, all right, fine, I'll say it. I'm not going to be humble at all. I admit it. I'm not going to be humble. I'm going to try to stay humble, but I already know I'm going to be losing my mind, so I'm not going to be humble. And then Rope goes, the humility leaving Opti's body after a 6K daily candle. We haven't even got the 10K candle yet. At 6K, we're all getting crazy. Shout out to my boy Vikingo, because I followed this tweet up with, look, let's see if I can find it. I followed this tweet up with, that we are almost about to top when, hold on, where'd it go? All right. I'm not even euphoric yet, guys, but they'll be signed. Remember, when you're pricing your net worth in new cars, wait, do I have it? When you're pricing your net worth in new cars and yachts, it's probably tops. And my boy Vikingo was pricing, some yacht vacation. So there'll be signs, guys. If this is your first cycle, there is a wealth effect here. As your net worth goes up, you really do start thinking differently. So don't get crazy. Stay humble and stack sats. Stay humble on your financial front. Maybe you don't have to necessarily stay humble on the fact that we're right or whatever. But hey, I can't tell you what to do, but I already know I'm going to get so bull-tarded. It's not even going to be funny. Anyways, guys, drop your meme review in the chat as we cover ours live, and we'll cover yours before we end. I'll go first, Juan. I'll go first. So I don't remember where I got this. Oh, actually, I think I do. I got this from our boy Murphy, who helps us do the multimedia, the videos for the conferences. This is from the Orange Pill Jam project, and it's a bookmark. And it says utopia is a state of mind, paradise on earth, a decision to make. Stack sats, stay humble. Bitcoin is the solution. Bitcoin is the way. It's a peaceful revolution, and you're on the front lines. Anyways, Wine, what's your meme review score?
Opti, what's your opinion on feet and foot care?
Oh yeah,
I
taking
mean,
care of your.
if
Are
you
you
care about feet, you should walk
kinky
in
here?
grass. And this is my meme score. It's called a rubs ball. I think you could get it on Amazon for like $5, but you basically roll your foot on this thing and it hits every spot. It's amazing. So all the feet stirs out there, get yourself a ball. A golf ball is good too, but this one's got these little spikes on it, which really makes it feel nice.
Okay, I thought you were going somewhere else. Goes to show I have a dirty mind and it was going somewhere else.
I was trying to see where you're trying to go with it.
Dude, you can't be throwing me. You can't be throwing me hardballs like that.
Think about feet, Opti.
I do not. I actually do not.
What do Christine Lagarde's feet look like?
Busted.
You love them.
All right. Also, Noah, what's your meme review score for today?
He's muted.
I think that's on his end.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
We're at like a 5 or a 6. Give it like another month when we're really pumping. And I'm excited to see what people are coming up with then. My meme review score is this fire-ass merch.
Let's go.
Go and buy right now.
Hold on. We need some. Let's go. All right. On that note, actually, Juan, you take it from here.
What does that sleeve look like?
Do the merch drop. Show the merch as we wait for the meme review scores to come in live.
Buy the merch. There's only a few. Get enough to not pay for shipping. Asanoa is the man. And whatever artist you guys want to see next, just drop them, DM us, drop them in the comments. But yeah, this stuff is cool. Like, I wore it the other day, got a lot of compliments, and I love this hat too. It's soft, so highly recommend.
Let's go. All right, guys. Well, shouts out to Asanoa. Super hyped about the collab. We'll continue to collab with your favorite Bitcoin artists and get you guys some fire merch. So, you already know, shouts out to Represent. Oh, we lost Asanoa. Shouts out to Represent for doing the distribution and handling the printing and all that good stuff. We're working with Bitcoin companies to make the products. We're working with Bitcoin artists to get the designs. This is the way, guys. We're doing our best to participate in the circular economy. And I saw someone say something about like we take Apple Pay. Hey, we'll take any money you want to give us for this.
I think it does. I think Shopify has that stuff in there. So
yeah, it's a Shopify plugin. Blame Shopify.
Spend Bitcoin. If not, test Lightning Network out.
Yeah, Lightning. It simply works. Okay. All right, guys. Let's get to the meme review scores. All right. First one, Jose Cuervo. Meme score, bell curve. Opti's on the left. Confirmed. Okay. Elaine, she goes, score. It's bold to say gold is old, but Bitcoin maxis will forever hold. This miracle money should never be sold, especially to bankers with hearts freezing cold. This is the way. That's
bars.
Oh, yeah. That's some bars. Okay, we'll give it some bars. Oh, wait, I can't. Turn off the music. That's some bars. Hold on. Oh, wrong one. We'll give it some horns. Okay, let's see. Wine foot fetish confirmed. That's not a score. Shouts out to Elaine.
I might have to show my feet right now.
Dude, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, this is a family-friendly show. Getting those dirty toes.
I don't wear shoes, Opti.
Bisnock meme score. Weinickus feet pick. Oh my god, dude, Wine. What have you done to the chat? Oh man. I give these memes.
I'm sitting on the floor with no shoes, Opti.
A BBL girlfriend. I don't think I can say that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me see if there's some memes on Rumble. Meme score by Moran. He goes. Meme score. Bitcoin is a life fork. And then Narwhal Tacos. I give these memes one new Vanguard CEO. This is the way. Okay. We didn't run out of scores. The buzzer hit. All right. Well, guys, you already know the deal. This is Simply Bitcoin. This is the Friday show. We have a little fun here. We end the week good. You guys send us your memes. We'll review them. And guys, get outside. You know, Wine's joking about his toes over here, but go ground yourself. Get outside. Yeah, look at Asano. You know, get some sun. The person you are arguing with on Twitter will be there when you come back. Go live a real life. Get outside. Life is beautiful. Life is wonderful. How can you be sad when you're on the Bitcoin standard and you can go out there, get fit, eat good food, hang out with your friends and family, and just live the life you're supposed to live? This is the way. Anyways, Wine, thank you for coming on today.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm not Nico. You know, you got to see my feet though.
Yeah, that's all right. You're done. He's out of here. Okay, Asanoa, thank you so much for doing the collab with us. Hopefully we can ship this merch, get you some sats in your pocket, and we'll come back and hopefully do another design soon. But Asanoa, for the people out there and the audio listeners, can you tell them where they can find you and what do you want them looking out for?
I got a lot of really cool projects coming up here that I will be, as usual, dropping on my Twitter account. That's at Asanoa. That's ASANOHA_gold. And on my website, sovereignremnant.com. I really appreciate you guys collaborating with me. And this has been super fun, and I'm super excited. And I'm excited to see who else you get to do some collabs with and what you guys come up with. And thank you for all the work that you guys do.
Appreciate it, bro. I can't wait to see people rocking your merch. Literally, guys, I have to. Wine's telling me I have to buy my own merch now because we're supporting Asanoa. So I don't even get free merch on this drop. What's going on here? What's the perks of doing this? I don't even get my own merch. What's going on here? Sheesh. All right, guys. Anyways, it's Friday. We love you guys. Have a good weekend. Of course, like, share, subscribe, share all Bitcoin content. But of course, we'd love it if you shared Simply Bitcoin content. On that note, guys, have a good weekend. Get your mind right. Get your body right. Eat some good food. Hang out with your loved ones. Spread the Bitcoin signal. This is how we win. This is how we take over the culture, is by propagating the memes and telling the world that Bitcoin is the superior money. It's the best way to store your value. And, you know, maybe you go a little doom and gloom like, hey, maybe the fiat world's blowing up in real time and Bitcoin's repricing the world. I don't know. You make the choice for yourself. Make your educated guess. But hey, or you just tell them, hey man, number goes up. Sorry, I ain't got time to explain it to you. Anyways, we'll be back on Monday. Nico's going to be in Madeira still, so I got a special guest. I'll have to verify, a special co-host. I'm pretty sure I have a guest as well. But hey, peace out, guys. We'll see you on Monday. Until then, this is your boy Opti, and this has been Simply Bitcoin. Peace out.
Episode was brought to you by BitcoinWell.com, a Bitcoin-only platform on a mission to enable financial independence.